Good morning, folks. Hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. It's Friday today, and we woke up and winter's here. I know Wednesday we left you hanging on this one poplar tree down here, the one I run into a nail. So today we're gonna cut that thing out and finish this log up. But first we gotta find out what we hid in there. We're gonna cut it out with a chainsaw and see if we can't find the culprit that destroyed our new blades. We're gonna get that pulled out and continue cutting this thing. That thing ravished my new Cook sawmill blade, the super sharps. It was cutting so nice too, and it just destroyed that blade. So we're gonna cut that out. We're gonna find out what it is, get it out of there, and we're gonna continue to cut this thing on down, see how many boards we can get out of it. So here it is. I see it right there. That's a big nail. That thing is huge. Well, that thing's like the size of a number 2 pencil. Look at that. I'm no construction guy, so I don't really know how they do sizes in pennies or whatever, but dimes. But that nail is huge. So that's why it destroyed my blade. Kind of dipped in after it went in there too. You see that? As a matter of fact, you know, when I watched and looked back at the video, I heard it hit twice, and I looked here, and sure enough, there's another one right there. There's 2 of them. Man, I wonder how many more's in here. Kind of makes me scared to put a new blade on again. That's who I see so far. I think we found a use for our old woodmizer blades. Then we're gonna stick an old blade in here and try to continue to cut this thing out. I'm gonna try to get those out of here. Then we'll try to cut. Hopefully we won't run into any more. Let's see what we've got to get these nails out with. I think I've got a tool. I think those will work. Don't want to come out. Almost. Dang it. Shit. Well, that didn't work. I just can't get enough grip on them to pull them out. I don't know how long those things are, but I'm thinking maybe I'm just go ahead and cut down 3 inches and see if I can go ahead and cut all that out at one shot. I'll get one of my newer woodmizer blades, and since they suck anyway, and I'll cut that out with one of those. That way if I trash the blade, no big deal. The woodmizer blade is all the way from the bottom. Gotta fish those out real quick. All right, we got one of the woodmizer blades. I'm gonna go ahead and change that blade out and go ahead and cut a few inches down. I need to cut it down anyway because it's got quite a bit of taper on the end here, and I'm gonna have to go drop down a few inches anyway. I'll go ahead and cut that like 3 inches lower, and hopefully I don't run into another nail. I probably need to look around real good and double check. I sure don't want to hit another nail with those new blades. I got a big job for them this week coming up. Next week coming up. All right, so I'm gonna change that blade out and we're gonna cut that down and see if we can get past those nails. apparently 3 inches wasn't far enough down. Those nails must be 4, 5, 6 inches long. Who knows? So they've had to come out of the top of the bark. Yeah, we cut 3 inches down here, and we're still hitting the bottom of both of these nails. Maybe I should go another inch down, but I think that blade's trash now. It was trash anyway. Oh, how long do you think that nail is? So that was 3 inches more. We already cut an inch down from the start. Then we cut 3 more inches. That's 4 inches. I mean, how long are these things? I don't think I've ever used a nail that long. But we're gonna make another cut. I got a Norwood Sabertooth on now. It's a really old blade. It's probably got damn near 30 sharpenings on it. We're gonna go ahead and drop it another inch and cut through here and see if we hit another nail. Maybe I'll go ahead and drop it 1.5 inches just to be sure. These old blades are pretty much trash anyway. They still cut, they just don't cut perfect. Not that I want to ruin a blade on purpose, but I'm not going to ruin my new blades on this. So we're going to continue to use these old ones up. Instead of throwing them away, I found a use for them. Nail blades. All right, got you a good close up here. All right, look out for the blade. Listen out for the sound. Holy shit. I don't know if you heard that, but it sounds like we hit about 5 more nails. Let's see if we can find the nails we just hit. I heard it down here. I can see the warpage here too. I'm not seeing them. I need my glasses. Let's see if we can find these nails. Oh, there's one right there. It's a smaller one. Sound like we hit something big down here. I don't see it, but I sure heard it. Well, I'm not seeing any more nails in here. It sure sounded like it hit some. Now we do have one right here. You see the black marks from it. But we hit that one after we came through the other two and didn't hit. I was kind of excited too. We come through those and I was like, oh yes, we got through those, no nails, and then bam, hit another one. But down here, it starts getting really wavy because after that nail, it was still cutting okay. And then it sounded like we hit another nail down here and it really started getting bad. And then it sounded like we hit another one down here, but it may have just been bark. It may have just been the blade binding up, but man, it was loud. I know you guys heard it on the camera. That sucks. Pretty wood though. Look how nice that is. I love poplar. It's so clean. Such a clean wood. That green tint to it. All right, I'm tired of fooling with this thing. I'm gonna flip it over and size it up and start cutting from the top side. And we're gonna get down to this bottom with the nails in it and change out to a crappy blade. Finish this log out so we can get some different ones on here. All right, we got safely through that board with the old woodmizer blade, the sacrificial blade. We'll go ahead and swap this blade out. I think now it's safe to run one of our new Cook's blades through it and get it all the way down. I'll probably leave 3 inches on the bottom just because I don't think the nail was that long. But I'll leave 3 inches at the bottom and make a beam out of that, and just so we get some boards out of this. Right now it's 12 by 12, and I'm gonna start cutting boards. You know you hit the heart when you start getting to that peat-colored sawdust on poplar. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these boards and show you what it looks like. Poplar's one of those cool woods because you never know what you're gonna get. This one's kind of greenish yellow. Sometimes you can get red, sometimes you can get purple. Pretty amazing wood. The purple stuff's really pretty. But most of it has this color right here down the center. Once we get further into it, it'll get wider and wider until we get down to the pith. That's gonna be some pretty board batten siding though. All right, we cut down to our 3-inch mark. Man, I love that blade. This blade's cut so nice through this wood. I can't wait to try it on some pine. I don't care what brand mill you're running. If you're still searching, trying to find the perfect blade, you should definitely try the Cook's Super Sharp blades out. I'm gonna add a link in the description where you can find these blades at, or either call Robert at Cook's and get you a set of these. Give them a call and try them out. They'll change the way you cut lumber, I promise. I'm gonna start peeling these boards off so you can see what this lumber looks like. All right, here are some of these colors we were talking about. Look at that. Yellow, green, purples. Pretty lumber. Let's make some beautiful lumber. Too bad when we put it up, all this color is gonna pretty much fade out and it's gonna look more like pine when we're done. But look at that. Sometimes I can't believe people paint this stuff because the natural grain is just so beautiful in this wood. I hate seeing painted cabinets and furniture and stuff, especially when it's got nice grain wood like this. Most people use this for paint grade cabinets just because the grain's so nice and smooth and it's really not knotty. It's a very clean wood, so it paints really nice. And I see why. It's a good wood to put paint on, so you have a nice clean finish. But it's so beautiful without paint also. I'm gonna get this last board off here, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and make one more cut. And instead of having a 3-inch beam, we'll have a 2-inch. So I need some 2-inch trim anyway. And what I'll do is stand it back up on its side and cut the trim I need, the solid 2-inch trim. I'll just use an old blade. I'll change that blade out just in case we do hit a nail. All right, let's cross our fingers we don't hit another nail. All right, the finger crossing worked. We didn't hit another nail. It did come unclamped and slid over. I don't know if you saw that, but we got our last cut out of that, and we're left with a 2x12, full size 2x12. I would almost want to try another cut to get the last inch out of it, but I don't want to press my luck. Well, there's our stack of poplar out of that log. I was hoping to get more, but that'll work. I think we'll get 12 out of that, which is fine. We'll get more out of other logs. They're cutting some trees right now. They'll be delivering those extra trees tomorrow. And I think Monday we're gonna get it hard on these things. I'll get some video of that. Well, we got that tree cut up finally. We lost a few blades doing it. I'd say I'm not really making any money off this log. With a little perseverance, we got it done. Just shows you keep going, you can make it happen, but at what cost? So that's one log down in the poplar. We've got, I think 30, 40, I don't know how many we have at this point. I think close to 40 logs we got to cut to get our siding out of it. It's going to be quite a big job. So we still got to cut batten as well. And we're going to work on these boards and gnaw them down one log at a time. And we're going to use these cook blades for the entire job and see how well they do. Right now they're doing awesome. They cut through this poplar like butter. It's super nice having a good blade, a good sharp blade that'll cut through this stuff without any effort. I don't know where this tree came from. I think this is a Hurricane Helene tree. It probably came out of somebody's yard. It felt like it had nails all the way up. It was probably a deer stand tree, who knows. We're going to attempt to cut the other tree up. Hopefully it doesn't have any nails in it. I think we're going to saw into it or do our opening cuts with an old blade. We're going to square it up with the old blade so we know we don't ram into any nails with the new blades. We'll get that thing sawed up too. I'm guessing we may even get 20 boards out of that tree, you know, if we don't hit any nails or anything. But that's going to do it for today. I appreciate you joining. Like I said, I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Christmas will be coming up next, so I'm sure everybody's excited or not excited about that. If you like our content and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Make sure you smash that like button and go back and check out the last videos, the last couple of videos. We had our sticker giveaways, and we still have a lot of stickers to give away. So make sure you check those videos out and do the comments and the contest for a free sticker, and we'll ship you one out on the house. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next one. Super Sharps.